morning, guys. Today is Monday. Today is not too crazy as far as the work that I have to get done today, so I'll kind of tell you guys the to-do list once I get into my office. I kind of just woke up. It's 7:45, so a little later than I normally get up and start moving around, but I stayed up pretty late last night, so I slept in a little bit. So all I'm gonna do now is I'm not really hungry right now since I'm still kind of sleepy, so I think I'm just gonna do coffee for now, go to the office, tell you what the day looks like, and then I'll probably cook breakfast in like an hour or so once I feel like I'm like actually awake. So that's the plan so far. Okay guys, hopefully the sound isn't too bad. I have my heater on because we're in the middle of spring and it's like 54 degrees outside. And last week the weather was perfect. No, it's actually 46 degrees. Yeah, that's insane. So I have the heater on today. So hopefully it's not making too much noise in the background. But today's schedule, let's see. If you haven't seen some of my other videos, you might not know, I kind of organize my day and stay like organized in my business using Trello, which is a I don't know, like a managing tool. It's like Asana and all the other ones. What is that big one that everybody uses? Can't think of the name of it. I can't think of it. I tried it, but it was a lot to learn. What was it? I don't remember. But anyway, let me see if I can. I cannot think of it to save my life. But anyway, it's just like a online organization situation. And so I use Trello, and here I'll show you my screen so y'all can see it. Let me see. So this is my weekly Trello board right here. And so this is the week right now. So this is like the task that I have to do today. And then I kind of just like move these around based off priority and when I want to do it. Like I don't want to talk on the phone right now, so I'm not going to call Inkfile. So let's see. Yeah, so this is kind of what I have to do today. Not too much. And I need to read it because I don't even know what it says. Schedule an email. Let's see what I have to do today. Okay, so I need to schedule an email to ensure every traveler has the correct spelling of their name on their documents and that everything matches. Okay, so I'm probably gonna do that first because as I said, I'm so sleepy and it's my fault for staying up so late. But that being said, I'm going with the easy task right now until I have breakfast. So if you don't know, I did plan my first group trip, so that's where I put together a group package, and then anybody could basically join us. I did keep it just to the US because I don't know like regulations of selling to people out of the US, and I really didn't want to deal with that, so I mainly sell to US citizens. And this trip is coming up June 22nd. I actually like promoted it last year sometime. I don't even remember when now, but that trip is coming up, so I have quite a bit of tasks to get done leading up over the next like 2 months or so. I think we're like right at that 2-month mark. And also my birthday is when is my birthday? Oh, it's Saturday. So tell me happy birthday in the comments. Forgetting when my own birthday is. But today, so yeah, there's tasks that I have to do for that trip to get ready for that. I'm planning to bring you guys along on that trip as much as I can. And if you are interested in putting together like group trips like that, let me know. And I can kind of like back walk how I set it up and you know, what I've learned so far, the mistakes I made even with my first one, and how you can avoid those mistakes. So let me know if you're interested in like a whole series about this trip, or just, you know, planning a group trip in general to sell. So I do need to send out that email because it is so important that, you know, clients, they don't really think about it. You know, their family or their friends might call them Lil Poo Poo or something, or Pookie, I don't know. And they're so used to that being their name that they forget that that's not their legal name. And your documents have to match whatever is on your passport. So a lot of people, you know, they'll have their passport for years. They're not really thinking about it. Maybe they signed up for the trip really quick, maybe using their middle name if that's what they go by, and didn't really think about this isn't how it's laid out on my passport. So I'm going to send out an email so that there's no hiccups with that. And I know people don't always read like they're supposed to, so I'm like so OCD and, you know, kind of controlling to where I'm probably going to send an email, but I'm also probably going to send a text message just reminding them how important it is to make sure that they check that the spelling that they put into whenever they book this trip and that their passport matches, just to make sure that we try to eliminate all issues before they even occur. I don't want little hiccups like, you know, they're having trouble getting checked into the room because, you know, the documentation doesn't match. Things like that we're trying to eliminate. So I know they're going to read the text message. So I'm going to send an email, and then I am going to send a text message. Let me just add that so I don't forget. There's a lot of things that go to my brain. Okay, so I need to do that, and then the next thing I need to do, it says plan out sending the information needed for each other via email and inform them to print. Okay, so that is just me. Okay, so that, sometimes I write things, I'm like, what am I talking about? But how I wanted to do it is that, you know, this is the digital age, so I thought about mailing them their documentation, but I mean, that's pointless. This is what year we in? This is 2023. I'm not gonna mail them their documentation. I'm probably just gonna email it. So I made a note to like decide how I want to formulate that and when I want to send that out. I think I told them I would send it 30 days before we leave. You know, just like hotel information, the information as far as when they get to the airport, who do they look for, where do they walk, who do they avoid, like all that type of information. I need to set up that email. And then the other 3 things I have to do is to finish that email campaign from last video, because you know what, I'm thinking 30 days might be a little ambitious, and not that it's not helpful. I'm sure I probably should do the 30 days, but I haven't got it done. So I'm thinking about knocking my nurture sequence down to maybe like 10 or 15 emails, and then maybe revisit at a later date, because you know, done is better than perfect. So I think I'm gonna knock it down to like 10 or 15, maybe 10, so that I can start pushing out the pop-up, or to, you know, start getting emails. And then that's another thing I need to do. And then I also need to come up with my lead magnet. I haven't done that. So yeah, we got a decent day, and I'm not hitting the gym until later this evening. I don't want my day interrupted today. I know last week I went like in the middle of the day just because I had other stuff to do as well. But for today, I'm gonna wait till I'm done completely and just work out in the afternoon, even if the gym is packed. So that's what my day looks like. Now I'm gonna show y'all the Cabo trip that we got planned. So I actually just scheduled the meeting with the other girl that I'm doing this Cabo trip with for Monday. So we're gonna meet on Monday to like go over different things as far as like making the itinerary, getting the times scheduled when we're gonna do certain things, and just, you know, some of the other things we got to do, like, you know, gift planning and all that stuff to get ready for the trip. So that meeting is on Monday, but I kind of wanted to show you guys how I use my Trello and what we have planned so far. So let me flip the camera around. Okay, so this is my Cabo Trello board, and this is me working on the itinerary right here. So this, I just kind of made, you know, like this is June 22nd, and then we're gonna have a welcome event, and then I also put the location so that when we go in the meeting, and then whenever we make like the actual itinerary for them to see, they'll know, like, you know, it'll have the location, pictures, all that, so they know exactly where to go. So that is going to be the first night that we're there. We're only there for 3 nights. So that's, you know, we'll do the welcome event, and then I think that's the only thing we're doing that evening, ain't it? No, we're actually gonna do something else, I think. Yeah, so we're gonna do the welcome event first. I haven't set the time yet, and then that same night we're gonna have a game night. And I picked this picture here because I think that's where we're gonna have the game night. I'm not sure, but like I said, this is just me kind of like planning it out and walking through it. Friday we're gonna do like a morning like exercise, stretch, nothing like intense, you know, just something to wake you up, you know, make you feel good about yourself, you know, promote a healthy and active lifestyle. And I put a picture where that's gonna be. This is the beach bar, but on the side, it's not showing it in the picture, but there's like a large area that's decked too. And that's where I'm planning to do it, as long as the weather is nice. I know it gets kind of chilly in the mornings in Cabo, so we'll play that by ear, or else we'll just meet by the gym or something. Okay, and then that same day, this is Saturday, nope, this is Friday, we're having a hot pink pool party. So that's where everybody's going to obviously wear hot pink swimsuits. And I'm going to show you the email that I made for this too, so you guys can see it. And then that same night, we're going to do a cocktail party. This is the like lounge club area. The resorts never really are clubs. They're more like lounges. I've been to a couple that were kind of fun, but mainly because we were drinking a lot. So that's where the cocktail party will be that evening. And then Saturday, we're going to do an excursion that's optional for people to join. I didn't include a excursion in the package, but moving forward, I more than likely will. Just be careful if you include the excursion into the, here, let me turn the camera around. Just be careful if you decide to plan groups like this and you put the excursion within the package, so they already know about the excursion. Try to pick something that the majority of people can do, right? You have to think of others, so not just something that you want to do. It has to be something that at the end of the day is accessible to majority of the population, right? And then also you will obviously have the disclaimers in there, safety parameters, because it's the client's responsibility to know if they can do that excursion, right? So you'll have all those requirements for the excursion, all the limitations for that excursion, so that even though you will pick the most, I guess, overall thing that most people can do, it's still their responsibility to make sure it's safe for them to do, and then that they meet the requirements in order to do that, whether that's medical related, whether that's weight related, whatever. Just try to be considerate of that. So what I did for this particular trip, remember this is my first one doing it this way, so I was doing individual bookings before. I'm gonna let us pick, so I'm sending out an email. And we also have a Facebook group for this trip, so everybody who is attending this trip, we are in a Facebook group together, and we'll probably post in there actually instead of doing a email. And we're planning to do a poll with like 2 or 3 options, just to see where the majority falls. And then this excursion is optional, so this excursion hasn't been paid for yet, so they will have the option to either do it or not do it, right? So we're still deciding. I think we're deciding between ATV is pretty safe for most people, so we are definitely thinking about doing that one. I know the resort offers a tequila tasting, so we're thinking about doing that anyway, not as like the excursion option, but just as part of the itinerary one day. And then so we're thinking about ATV, they have camel riding, and then we might do a boat ride. So those are like our options, and we're just trying to fit it into the trip and make sure that it's what the majority of everybody else wants to do. But then also, because this is a 3-day trip, and I know how it is when you go somewhere for 3 days, especially when you're on an all-inclusive resort, you do want to get off the resort, but you do want to experience the resort as well. And a lot of times with some of the excursions, they can be like an all-day thing. So we are keeping that in mind too, to make sure that we pick something that's maybe just half the day, or maybe just like 4 hours out of the day, something like that, instead of being gone the entire day, since we're only out there for 3 nights. I don't like going to a resort and then feeling like I barely got to experience the resort, if that makes sense. And so we're trying to balance out being on the resort, because think about it, if you've already paid for, like, it's all inclusive, so your food is basically included, you're not basically, but it is included, your drinks are included, like, you want to eat and drink on premises because you've already paid for it, but I always recommend, and I love when I go off the resort, because the food just doesn't compare. The food off the resort is always going to be better than the food at the resort, just because it's authentic, it's local, and I always get off the resort just at least to get one meal, So that's the thing. So I'm also trying to take that into consideration, because I do want people to, you know, actually get to taste, you know, real authentic Mexican food out there, and not just what's on the resort. Because as I said, this resort has had like great reviews as far as the food goes, but I just know that, you know, that real stuff just hit so differently. So I want them to experience that too. So we're thinking about, you know, how we're going to incorporate, you know, going to like the shopping area and all that stuff too, in just 3 days. So we'll figure that out in our meeting. And remember, everything is optional. So when people are booking these trips, and we, you know, we let them know this is just a you know, it's an itinerary. You can choose to come with us, or you can choose not. You can choose to stay at the resort all day and never leave if that's what you want to do. If you don't want to go to any activity that we're having, you know, that's your choice. We would like for you to come, but it's their vacation, right? We just try to provide, you know, things for them to do and make it fun, just so that they have that option if they want to join us. And I'm sure most people probably will. So that's what I have for that. Oh, let me finish showing you the itinerary, because I don't know if I finished. Okay, so yeah, I talked about the excursion option. We're thinking about doing that Saturday morning, and then we're gonna have an all-white farewell dinner, because this is the last day that we're gonna be there. And I kind of picked the restaurant that we're gonna do it at, as long as the weather's nice. And then Sunday we come home. So that's that. That's what it's looking like so far. And just with that, here, I'm gonna set this camera down. So I kind of told you already what I have to do today, so you already know that. So that's kind of where I'm at. There's some things that I still have to do as far as, like, you know, shopping for the different gifts. Like I said, let me know if you guys want a whole series about putting a, you know, group package like this together, so that, you know, you can see everything that went into it, if that's something you're interested in. And I'm, you know, basically just about to get started on getting some work done. So the first thing on the list is to schedule an email and text to ensure every traveler has the correct spelling of their name on documents and that everything matches. And I will say this, if you are not using ChatGPT in your business, then I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're waiting on. Because it is literally, when it comes to writing, oh my gosh, it's like a godsend. Because how in the world, like, yes, you could sit here and write out everything you needed, but golly, how long would that take? I just feel like there's no excuses for getting content made, for, you know, your emails, all kind of things. Like this email I'm about to send right now, I told y'all I'm about to write the email to make sure that their information matches on the passport. I'm not about to write it. Why would I do that now that, you know, ChatGPT is here? I'm going to tell ChatGPT to do it. And one of the best things I think about ChatGPT is that it remembers your previous conversations. Now, I was watching a video. Sorry if y'all hear my country accent come out. It slips out here and there. But I was watching one video, and they said that, you know, it only holds or remembers, I'm just gonna make a number up because I don't remember the exact number, but like, let's say 5,000 words or something from your previous conversations. So like they were saying that, you know, once you get so far along in the conversation with it, it will forget the stuff from the very beginning, or maybe like days ago, weeks ago, whatever. But I asked ChatGPT, I said, hey, ChatGPT, how long do you know, remember what we talk about, blah, 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 blah. And it said it remember everything. So it didn't say that, you know, there was a limit to it where you would need to start a new chat. And if that's true, then that is amazing, because what I did is I created a tab. If you haven't seen, here, let me show you what it looks like. Just in case y'all haven't seen ChatGPT and you're living under a rock. So this is what it looks like. So, you know, these are the chats that I start. And this is kind of where you interact with it. I know y'all have seen this by now. If you have not been using ChatGPT and you are watching my channel because you want to be a travel agent, or you are, and you have not utilized this in your business, I just pray for you. And I hope that you will start using it after today. So how I did mine is that one of my chats over here is called main chat or main channel. That's what I wrote, just to know that this is the main one. And the best thing about this so far, I mean, there's a lot of things that I love about ChatGPT, but the best thing so far is that I have in one conversation thread, ChatGPT knows my brand. So it knows the language that I want to come across to my audience. It knows like our slogan. It knows like how I want my emails to end, like with my signature and things like that. It knows the vibe of our, get it, the vibe, Tide vibes. So it just knows the vibe of my agency. And I like that because now that, you know, it's getting familiar with my brand and how I want things portrayed, I don't have to go in here and say, ChatGPT, write an email, blah, 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 use this tone, target this audience, blah, 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 blah. It already knows my audience. It already knows our tone of voice. So I could just say, create an email informing, like I could just say, matter of fact, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to say, create an email. I'm not one of those fast typer guys. Create an email informing clients that are attending. And we've already been talking about the Cabo trip. I say we. ChatGPT is like a person to me. We've already been talking about and using this for the Cabo trip too. So it is familiar with that trip as well. So I'm just going to say create an email informing my clients that are attending Girls Gone Cabo to make sure their passport information matches the information how do I word this? Information matches the passport. I'm gonna say name so it's more clear. Passport name matches the name I have on file for them. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what I've typed. I said create an email informing my clients that are attending Girls Gone Cabo to make their passport name. Wait a minute. Create an email informing my clients that are attending Girls Gone Cabo to make sure their passport name matches the name I have on file for them. Inform them of the importance of this. That's all I said. I'm going to read you back whatever ChatGPT says, and if we need to revise, we will. Okay, so it gives me the subject line. Here, let me just show you. Okay, it gives me the subject. Hold on. It gives me the subject line, and then it starts to write the email for me. And let me just see what it says to see if this is what we're going to go with. Okay. So it says, hello, Girls Gone Cabo travelers. We're getting closer and closer to our exciting trip to Cabo, and we can hardly wait. However, before we depart, there is some important information that we need to go over regarding your passport. It's essential that the name on your passport matches the name on your flight itinerary and the name we have on file for you. If there are any discrepancies, it can cause issues with your travel plans, and we don't want that to happen. If you need to update your passport, please do so as soon as possible. If you're not sure if your passport information matches our records, please reach out to us and we'll be happy to confirm. As a friendly reminder, please double check all of your travel documents and make sure everything is in order before our departure date. Thank you for your attention to this matter, and we can't wait to embark on this amazing adventure together. How professional does that sound? And I didn't even have to waste time writing it. That literally took seconds, you know. And then the best thing about it is that I told you I am going to send a text also along with this email, right? So I'm going to tell ChatGPT, create it in a form of a text as well. So that way, what I do when I have it create text messages for me is I'll just copy, paste it, email it to myself. So that's on my phone. I don't have it set up to where I can send text messages through my website to my clients yet, just because I'm using my CRM that I use for the trips anyway is mainly through TravelJoy. I haven't integrated it so much into my Wix yet just because of the processing and the payments and all that. I won't get into all of that. But if I had it integrated into Wix, which I'm getting there, but we're just not fully there, then I would just be able to get, one of the back-end apps in Wix and send out a mass text. But for now, I have to manually send them out. And then it made me a text. It says, "Hey ladies, just a reminder to make sure that the name on your passport matches the name I have on file for you for our Girls Gone Cabo trip. This is super important to avoid any issues with customs and to ensure a smooth travel experience. If you need to update your passport or make any changes, please let me know as soon as possible. Can't wait to see you all in Cabo." And then even put emojis. So, super easy peasy. Task 1 is already done. I'm going to go ahead and send this out. Or what was the task? Am I supposed to be sending it? I don't want to bombard them with emails because I just sent them an email yesterday about final payments, getting those in because we're coming up close. May 5th is the payment deadline. Okay, yes, I'm just going to schedule it. And I think I'm going to schedule it for... Do I want to do this week? This week I want them to focus on finishing the payments. So I think I'm going to schedule this one for Monday of next week. So let me go ahead and do that. And then I'll see y'all in a minute. Okay, y'all, I'm back in my office now. I just finished breakfast. I just made something quick. I did a breakfast sandwich for me and my husband. Now I'm back in my office and I think, let me see. I think the next thing I'm going to tackle is, I'm going to finish this email campaign hopefully before 11. That's my goal. So that gives me a little bit over an hour to knock this out. That way I can move on to something else because I've been working on this email sequence for like the past, I guess, 2 weeks now, and I haven't been working on it during the week. That's why it's taking me so long. So let me knock this out, and then I'm gonna move on to creating a interesting lead magnet so that I can get more emails. Today is definitely a day that I could use a second cup of coffee, but because we are trying to conceive, I'm trying to limit the amount of caffeine that I'm having. And I know that I'm going to work out later. And so what I've kind of been doing is just having like half a cup of coffee in the morning. And then I typically work out. And I use pre-workout for my workout. So that's why I'm only doing like half a cup of coffee. And then my pre-workout before I hit the gym. Because I'd rather have it for working out than to just have another cup of coffee. So another thing about ChatGPT and how I'm using it as basically my assistant. I was just joking with my husband yesterday and I was like, I need to name my ChatGPT because I feel like he or she is actually, it's probably gonna be a she, is part of my business. Like that's just how it feels because I use it so much when it comes to emails and, just writing different content. I mean, it's truly an assistant. So, and I was actually looking into not buying an assistant, but hiring a assistant to help me with, scheduling social media and stuff like that and different things. And so now I feel like I don't have to be so overwhelmed since ChatGPT can do the content writing piece. And eventually I'll still be able to just hire somebody in the social media aspect. So that way I don't have to worry about hiring somebody for email marketing and doing all these things right off the bat. I think my goal is hopefully by the end of the year, hire somebody to just focus on social media creation. So they would do the captions to post, all the content for that. I would still cover the emails and everything else. But I feel like having somebody take social media off my platform, off my plate would be very helpful. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all this because this is a good example of just how to make more money in your business. The email that I am on right now, because right now I'm working on my nurture sequence. So what that is, to give you a brief description of that, is that's when somebody signs up to your email list, and then you send them a sequence of emails so that they get to know the brand, and you just build brand awareness so that they become more familiar with you, so that they're more likely to purchase with you. That's the point of a nurture sequence. You're nurturing them to work with your business. So this particular email that I'm working on now, it is a must-have travel gear like list of things to take with you on a trip, basically. And so the reason I wanted to show you this is because the list, when you're doing this type of email, you can include your Amazon links in it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up Amazon so that I can grab affiliate links. Here, I'll show you what it looks like. So it's super easy to become a partner with Amazon, to have their affiliate thingy or whatever. It's at the bottom of the website. If you just go to Amazon, their website, you'll see affiliate program at the bottom of the page, and just follow the prompts to sign up. So through here, we can get kickbacks on when somebody orders something from the link that you provide. So here, like, okay, so ChatGPT is writing this email about the items to take on a trip, right? So let's just take this one for instance. It says noise canceling headphones. So what I can do is take that, go back over here and find that product. Okay, it should pop up whenever I'm on my regular Amazon account. So let me just go back to Amazon, and then if I go into, I don't really need it for students, so I'm gonna take that off because I don't think that matters. But noise canceling headphones. Okay, so you see this little gray bar at the top right here, this little bar up here, that's the affiliate program. You see it says Amazon Associates right there. So what that means is that, let me find one of these to click on. Obviously I'm going to choose one that's reasonably priced too. You gotta be realistic. Most people have AirPods and things like that, but in case they don't, let's see, I like to look at the reviews. That's so expensive. Do like Beats, but trying to look for something that's affordable, not too crazy. Okay, let's just go with these. So say we click these here. Now all I have to do to get the affiliate link for this, so that I get a kickback if somebody purchased, is come up here to the little tab bar up here. All right, so I'm gonna show you what the email looks like so far. Okay, so this is the email, and you see the portion right here that's talking about the noise canceling headphones. So what I'm gonna do is highlight it. Sometimes I have to play around with this because, and then let me come over here and get the link, which is right here. So I'm gonna copy that, go back to Wix, paste it, and apply. Okay. Oh, sorry, that was my Siri.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you please say that again?
Okay. So now the noise canceling headphones is linked to Amazon, and it's linked to my affiliate link. So if they click on that and decide to get the headphones, then I'll be able to get a kickback. And so I'm going to do that for each of these items that ChatGPT has recommended in the email for them to take with them on their travels. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that because that's another way that you can make money in your business, is through your emails. So sending out suggestions, things that you know you like to use on your travels. You could send out, different emails with those items on there, and then include the affiliate links to those items so that you can start to make like passive income. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So I am super sleepy, so I'm either going to take a quick nap or just lay down on the couch for a little bit because I'm tired. And then I'm planning to, I'm planning to work on the lead magnet. I did get 6 of the emails done so far, so that means I just have 4 more, because I think I'm going to cap it at 10 for right now. So I just have 4 more to do, which I'll probably do a little later, maybe even after the gym. I'm not sure yet, but I am going to rest a little bit because I'm kind of sleepy, and then I'm going to do my lead magnet. Okay, good morning. Not really good morning, but I just woke up from a nap, and I am getting ready to fix lunch. And if you watch my last video, then you know lunches are pretty much like just a makeshift type of situation. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to cook right now. Let me show you. We have this rotisserie chicken that I bought yesterday and was at the store. And then I'm planning on making this broccoli for my side. And then my husband said that there should be asparagus or something like that in here. So I just need to find that. My refrigerator is a mess, y'all. I really need to organize it. So that's kind of the plan for lunch. They said there were some already cooked. No, he puts things in foil, so maybe it's one of these. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, so he already has sides cooked. So everything's pretty much cooked. Now I'm gonna go, so I don't forget, I'm gonna go ahead and take out my chicken for later, because also if you watched my last video, or my last vlog, I talked about how much I love Cabo. And so yesterday after church, we went to Cabo, and I don't know if I could say this online. I don't want to get anybody in trouble, so I'm not gonna say the location. But they let me buy like sides of the vinaigrette dressing because I made my own from scratch last time, and it was good. It was really good. But when I went to remake it like a week later, I don't know what happened. Like, it was nothing like it was the first time, and it wasn't nasty, but it just wasn't it. So I went over there and asked them to let me buy some of the dressing, and they did. So now I can make the salad, because what I get at Cabo is simple. Like, I just get chicken, brown rice, lettuce, and cucumbers. And so I can clearly make that at home. And then now I have the exact dressing that they use. So I'm looking forward to that this week. So I can get this chicken breast from Sam's, and it's pretty much already cooked, but I'm gonna defrost it so that after I get back from the gym, I can just cook it and then prepare my lunch for tomorrow. And I might even have it for dinner, let's be honest. I think I might have it for dinner. So I'm gonna set you guys down so I can put the broccoli in here. Let me turn my camera up. Okay, so some of these are just little crumbs. So if you don't know, I am on a healthy journey right now. So if you don't know, I am on a healthy journey right now, and it's because me and my hubby are trying to conceive right now, and so we are I changed my diet. He's doing it with me, and to have like a more Mediterranean style diet. And you just have to look that up what it means, because I'm still figuring it out myself. But it's basically just healthier eating overall. So I'm just cutting up this rotisserie chicken, and then I'm gonna update you guys on where we left off. So I think the last thing I told you guys was that I was gonna take a nap, which I did. And then, but before that nap, because it's oh my god, it's 2:53 now. And the thing is, when I said I was gonna go take a nap, my husband asked me to ride with him to GNC. So I did go ahead and do that with him, and then when we got back, I took a nap for like an hour. So I'm up from that nap now. Broccoli's done. And just to catch you up, I didn't do much except for sleep. But when I got up, I did go ahead and call the resort that we're going to in Cabo for the Girls Gone Cabo trip. And I talked to them because I don't know if I told you guys. Yeah, I told you the whole itinerary in this video. So the hot pink pool party, the resort has cabanas that you can reserve. So I did go ahead and reserve 2 of those so that we have designated areas to sit. Now this is an adults only resort, and typically with those type of resorts, especially, you know, the Secrets brand and everything, you don't usually have to fight over seating. but there's not, I'm only assuming based off pictures and things because I haven't been to this resort before, there's not as many cabanas as there are lounge chairs, and I just wanted us to have designated areas since we are classifying it as an event, for people to sit or relax, or just to have like a central place to be while we're out there during the pool party. So that's that. I did go ahead and reserve that. And then something else that I want to do while we're out there is I'm actually trying to figure out how to shoot like a Instagram reel, or not Instagram reel, but like a ad campaign while I'm, yeah, that's what I need to call it. Let me say I'm more professional. So I want to shoot a ad campaign while I'm out there, but I don't want to spend a fortune. Like, I obviously don't want to hire like a whole crew production type situation, you know, or and then like hired actors and all that. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm gonna be the actor in the video, you know. So I spoke with and typically if my husband was going, we could probably DIY it, let's be honest. But he's not going, so I reached out to the resort to see if that's something that they can help me with. Hold on, wash my hands. Okay, so I reached out to the resort. Hold on, that's not hand screw with soapy. Okay, y'all, so I reached out to the resort to see if that's something that they can help me with, and it is. So I just have to speak with them and make sure that, you know, they get the vibe that I'm going for and what I want done to shoot this campaign while I'm out there. I don't want to tell you the idea yet, but once it's made and everything, I'll probably show it in a video. Okay, so that's kind of like where I am with all of that. And there is a company on Instagram, I don't know if you guys have come across them or not, but it's a company that has started like basically a business of what I'm assuming is independent contractors that are like videographers, photographers, and you can book their services when you're in these different destinations to work with them. And I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I follow them on Instagram, so I'll include it in this video once I do the editing, just to see if you guys have come across them, and in case you want to use them, you can, and then share, you know, your experience with them. I've never used it before, so I'm either going to do the resort crew that they have and see what those rates are. They're going to email me back and let me know what the pricing will look like for something like that, and then I'll go from there on my decision if you know, what's the best way and most financially, you know, smart way to do it right now in the business. So yeah, that's kind of where we are in the day. My plan now, it is already 3 o'clock, so my plan is to eat lunch, work on that lead magnet that I told you I needed to start creating and get started on that, and then I'm probably gonna hit the gym. Okay, so that's the situation. I'm warming up his lunch, and then I'm gonna take it to him in his office because he's on a call, and then we're gonna get back to work. Guys, I wanted to close out this video because my day, as far as like my work day, is kind of coming to an end. It is 3:30, and I mean like my official times where I feel like I want to sit inside my office is coming to an end. Typically I'll probably still like get on the computer later this evening. I did figure out what I want to do for my lead magnet, but I'm not giving that away because I want, you know, I mean, you know, we all doing the same thing out here. But so I think that I really like the lead magnet idea that I have. So I'm gonna probably work on that for a little bit. And I don't really want to go to the gym, so I'm trying to talk myself into going because I am meeting a friend tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the morning to work out together. So I kind of contemplated, do I just want to rest and save my energy for waking up at like 5 a.m., probably even like 4:45 to get to the gym in order to meet her tomorrow morning, or should I just, you know, stick to my routine and go work out now? So yeah, that's what I'm contemplating. I'm probably gonna go to the gym at the end of the day. I've been doing so well, and you know, we have this trip coming up in June. That's not really why I'm working out. Working out is more of a lifestyle thing for me. But going on vacations and things like that do motivate me to work out when I really don't want to. And just, you know, we need a little extra push to do it. And I usually feel accomplished afterwards. So I'm gonna probably hit the gym. I'm trying to talk myself into it. And then that'll be all for this vlog, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Now be sure to let me know in the comments if you do want like a breakdown series of everything that I did to set up the Girls Gone Cabo trip, the mistakes, the wins, all of it. Let me know, and then I could start that'll give us like more to talk about and things like that. But for now, I'll just kind of, you know, share my day and share tips as I go along. Let me know if y'all are liking these kind of videos. If there's something else that you would like me to show. I try to shy away from like really teaching how to be a travel agent, because, you know, I just feel like, one, I haven't been in the industry that long to even like feel confident to teach you anything. It's more of I'm showing you my experience, what I've learned, what I've done wrong, what I could have done better, and just bringing you along the journey as I'm growing this business. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the videos, and I will see you in the next one.